It is a cold Saturday here at Boucher Field where the Husson University Eagles will host the Mariners of Maine Maritime Academy in a women's lacrosse matchup. I'm Ryan Barnes, joined by Avery Henningsen. And today, we have, despite Husson and Maine Maritime being North Atlantic Conference, this is not a non-conference matchup. Husson coming in, as well as Maine Maritime, both at 3-2. And we'll send it over to PA announcer Joseph Swanson.
Your Eagles of Husson University. The NCAA North Atlantic Conference and Husson University promote good sportsmanship by the student athletes, coaches, and spectators at today's contest. We request your cooperation by supporting their participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from Boucher Field. At this time, let's meet the starting lineups for today's game. First, for the visiting Mariners. At midfield, the sophomore, number 1, Hazel Stoddard. On defense, the senior, number 2, Lily Cook. In goal, the freshman, number 3, Ella Baus. On defense, the junior, number 8, Megan Wimpfheimer. At attack, a senior, number 9, Olivia Harriman. At midfield, a senior, number 10, Beth Labe. At midfield, a sophomore, number 11, Kira Maganite. On defense, a sophomore, number 13, Sadie Lozoza. At attack, number 14, Amber Card. On defense, a junior, number 15, Aubrey Mitchell. At attack, a sophomore, number 20, Olivia Alejandro. And on defense, a freshman, number 25, Haley Fardon. The Mariners under the direction of head coach Jeremy Peace. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Husson University Eagles. A freshman from Farmingdale, Maine, number 1, Avery Baker. A junior from Wells, Maine, number 4, Abigail Booth. A sophomore from Hyde Park, Vermont, number 5, Maddie Benoit. A sophomore from Georgia, Vermont, number 7, Sydney Heck. A freshman from Augusta, Maine, number 8, Emma Doran. A senior from Chelsea, Massachusetts, number 11, Sophia Gomez. A freshman from Bangor, Maine, number 12, Layla Martinez. A sophomore from Greenfield, Maine, number 14, Natalie Whitten. A junior from Richmond, Rhode Island, number 17, Montana Carrier. A senior from Tewksbury, Massachusetts, number 21, Devin Beats. A freshman from Corinna, Maine, number 24, Jory Boyd. And in goal, a sophomore from Adams, Massachusetts, number 25, Emily Godfrey. The Eagles are coached by Amanda DeHaze, and she's assisted by Caitlin Dalla. Fans, at this time, we ask you please rise and honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph Swanson. And Avery, can you go over the starting lineups again?
I would love to. As we will start off with Maine Maritime, we have number 1, Hazel Stoddard, number 3, Ella Bose, number 2, Lily Cook, number 8, Megan Wimfiner, number 9, Olivia Harriman, the captain, number 10, Beth Labier, number 11, Kira Magna, number 13, Sadie Veloso, number 14, Amber Card, number 15, Aubrey Mitchell, number 20, Olivia Alejandro, and number 25, Haley Farden. And for the Eagles, you have number 1, Avery Baker, number 4, Abigail Booth, number 5, Maddie Benoit, number 7, Sydney Heth, number 8, Emma Doran, number 11, Sofia Gomez, number 12, Layla Martinez, number 14, Natalie Whitten, number 17, Montana Carrier, number 21, Devin Viets, number 24, Jory Boyd, and in net, number 25, Emily Godfrey.
Thank you, Avery, as we are getting ready for the draw control being taken between Sofia Gomez and Hazel Stoddard, who has 28 goals on the season, 6 assists for 34 total points, as we are just about ready to go here at Boucher Field.
Yeah, and Stoddard's the reigning NAC Rookie of the Year, and she's someone that this Eagles defense is going to have to keep an eye on in this one. She has 115 goals over her first season and a quarter so far. She had 87 last year, and she's someone that the Eagles are going to have to keep 2 eyes on out there.
Definitely a player to watch, as well as on the Husson side, you have Avery Baker, who has had an outstanding rookie season.
Yeah, Baker at 18 goals already through 5 games, around 3.5 per game so far, and she's really turned it on for the Eagles. It was kind of, nobody was really expecting it coming into the year. Obviously, we didn't know a whole lot about her, but she's kind of led the Eagles to a really strong start to their season. Obviously, last year we only saw them get to 1 win, and this year they're already at 5 games into the season.
Definitely, as draw control is ready. And draw control will be won by the Eagles. Layla Martinez picks it up, and a little scrummel on the ground as number 14, Amber Card, is taking it for the Mariners into the Husson Eagles zone. Card comes right in, takes the shot, and misses wide, and will stay with the Mariners as number 2, Lily Cook, was able to get to the sideline first.
Yeah, and that was almost a really quick start there, as you saw the Eagles kind of come away with that draw control and then lose it on the kind of possession after that. And then that defense had to kind of scramble to get back.
Well, it definitely looked like Martinez was going to come away with that, and as soon as she lost it, the Mariners picked it up and was able to get a shot off. As here comes Stoddard. Looked like she was triple teamed as she passed it to Magana. Magana over to the side. And Amber Card coming around, isn't able to hold on to it as the ball is floating around. Will find the stick of Abigail Booth, and it will be going to the Husson Eagles.
Yeah, and that double team you just mentioned, Ryan, was something I think we'll see a lot from this Eagles defense. They need to control Stoddard out there a little bit. And in order to do that, you're going to see multiple players come to the ball to try to stop her. The problem with that is it's going to leave someone else open somewhere else on that offense.
Definitely, and especially in lacrosse, you can't leave people open. And we have a foul, it looks like. It will be a foul.
Yeah, that was on Boyd, I think, and we'll have a dangerous early free position coming up here.
And it will be Labe taking it, and as she rips it, saved by Godfrey, and rebound chance is shut down as Godfrey is able to come away with it, and as she takes it behind her net, and it's tipped on the dump and is recovered by the Mariners, and here comes Labe again.
Yeah, and it's been just a dominant start for the Mariners so far. I don't think the Eagles' offense has had possession of the ball so far in this game.
There's been chances. Booth had it behind the net. She tried to clear it, and it just went right back to the Eagles. And the Mariners have been dominating possession time so far in this game. yet without a goal. And that was Card bringing behind the net, and the ball finds its way rolling to be picked up by Magana. Magana over to the side, and the shot over the net. And again, it will stay with the Mariners.
Yeah, and the Eagles need to get this ball out of their defensive third sooner than later, Ryan. They need to give this defense a little bit of a break out there, that they've been kind of just getting slammed with shots for the entire first 2 or 3 minutes of this game. And usually you see kind of a back and forth thing, but the Mariners have just had possession on offense this whole game.
Especially in lacrosse, when you keep getting a chance like that, you're bound to score one, and it's only a matter of time if this keeps up. As a clear attempt by Husson, still no good. And here comes Gomez bringing it up to Baker on the other side of the field for the first time. And Baker will be running around the side, turns, switches to her right hand, and it looks like we are going to have a foul and possible free position attempt for Avery Baker.
And that was a great job there in the middle of the field from Doran to stick with it. She kind of lost possession of it, but then scrambled back and got it and sent it up to Baker, who's now going to have that chance from a nice angle to try to get a shot on goal and change this game around.
And the shot is saved by Ella Bose, and it will head right back to the Maine Maritime Mariners. Coming up the sideline, that is Hazel Stoddard as she gives it over to Olivia Harriman. Harriman finds Amber Card in the middle, who takes a shot and scores. Amber Card buries it, just goes 5-0 with it as it bounces back up into the net, and it is 1-0 Maine Maritime.
Yeah, that's one of the hardest shots for a goalkeeper to save, is those ones that bounce just inside of the crease, that she can't come out and scoop it cleanly, or she's going to leave her goal wide open. But on that one, she was able to bounce it right in front of her and not give Godfrey a chance to really scoop that up.
Definitely a great shot, as that is Amber Card's 7th goal of the season. And we head back to the center of the field for the draw control between Stoddard and Sofia Gomez.
Yeah, and you saw the speed of Stoddard out there on that right wing as she kind of took that all the way up the sideline before that Husson defense could get back. And I remember Stoddard, I called a lot of the women's soccer games in the fall, and she was their center forward and was very talented at kind of just running past players. And you saw it right there. Her speed turned on and up the field to set them up for that goal.
And she was able to get it to Harriman, who set Card up for that goal. As here comes Kira Magana, who will get to the center of the field to Beth Labe as she comes around, sends it to Hazel Stoddard, coming on her left side, and shoots and scores. Goes top stick side, which is, from that angle, looks like a very tough shot, and she's able to bury it for the second goal in this quarter for the Mariners.
Yeah, I believe that was actually Olivia Harriman out there on that right wing. Stoddard set her up right at the last moment, and a great play again from the Mariners to get inside there. And you're seeing them, they're catching the Eagles off guard with their speed up the field. That the defense is kind of scrambling right now with just the offensive pressure from the Mariners.
Yeah, that was my mistake. That was Olivia Harriman with the goal. So within a span of 21 seconds, Olivia Harriman was able to get an assist and a goal. Heading into the stat sheet pretty early and quickly in this game, as the draw control this time will be still fought for, and it looks like Layla Martinez will come away with it, and she loses it. Still fighting for it, and it will come away in the stick of the Maine Maritime Mariners, as here comes Labe coming down the right side of the field. Gives it behind the net. There's Stoddard. And we have a foul on Husson.
Yeah, I think Martinez is getting a little bit too much of her basketball skill out there. She's boxed a couple players out there, which doesn't quite work as well in women's lacrosse. We'll see if the Eagles can stop this free possession.
And Magana chooses not to shoot, gives it to Labe, who comes around to the inside and turns back in. And we have another foul, this time on Abigail Booth. And Labe has the free position attempt, passes behind the net to Cook, who gives it to Card, who just misses right in front of the net.
Great save there by Godfrey on that one. I think she just tipped it over to her right side and knocked that one free. And a great ball up the line towards Martinez.
And fight for the ball, where Gomez comes away with it. Still being fought for. And Avery Baker has it coming down the left side of the field. Comes in, one defender left. And the ball comes loose, and Sofia Gomez is able to pick it up, give it to... She's able to give it to Natalie Witten, who sends it behind the net to Baker.
Yeah, and the Eagles need to slow or to just try to get some passes in on this offensive side. They haven't really had the ball. I think probably those offensive players are going to be a little bit cold at this point. They really have only had one possession out there. And I think if the Eagles can kind of work it around and then get one of those goals after having the ball for a little bit, it could play a big part in getting that team confidence back.
And a huge free position attempt for Maddie Benoit here, who has a good angle on the right side and has it poked away. Rebound from Witten, sends it. Comes back into the middle with it. And it looks like another foul. Is a 3-second violation. And
great shooting angle here from Witten, straight on at it.
She bounces it and scores. Natalie Witten off the free position attempt is able to cut the lead down to 1. It is now 2-1 Maine Maritime, and that is a much-needed goal for the Eagles.
Yeah, great job by Witten there. Like I said, a great shooting angle. If you're right on the goalkeeper, you can go left or right with it, and she buried that one home, like you said.
That was almost similar to the Amber Card goal to start the game, just down low and bounces right through or right in the bottom of the goalie, where it's really, you only have your legs to protect down there. You can't really get the stick down there as fast as the shot's coming. And just great putback as we have a change here. Sofia Gomez no longer taking the free position. It will be Avery Baker versus Hazel Stoddard, 1 versus 1. And as the whistle blows, ball on the ground. And it will be going to the Eagles as Baker takes it down the left side, sends it down where there will be a foul. Benoit passes it to Devin Viets, who gives it to Layla Martinez coming around. Settles it, gives it to Baker, who shoots, and the rebound is taken by Martinez. Martinez come with 2 defenders on her. Still was able to get it to Baker. And she steps back to settle down, gives it over to Witten.
Great job by Martinez there to keep possession with the Eagles. She kind of got it bumped away from her, but then managed to just kind of sling it over towards her.
Martinez from behind the goal buries it to tie the game at 2. And with how the game started and losing some of the ball possession, that must feel pretty good for Layla Martinez.
Yeah, and speaking of Martinez, right there, right after I said how she had that great little pass, she gets that one behind the net and then brings it inside and scores a great little loop around goal.
Exactly halfway, pretty much halfway through this first quarter. 2 quick goals from Maine Maritime, and Husson's able to come back and tie it from goals from Witten and Martinez. And as Baker and Stoddard will be ready to take this draw control on this tie game.
Yeah, and that play started with Baker winning that first draw control. That the Eagles have kind of popped it their way a couple times, but haven't managed to get the second ball, which here 2 times in a row they've managed to do that.
And that is Vietz, who was able to come away with it and turns it over to the Mariners. And that's Labbe coming down in the middle, turns, gives it over to Magana, who shoots and scores. 3-2 Maine Maritime. Number 11, Kira Magana, assists from number 10, Beth Labbe. And just like that, the Mariners have taken the lead.
And a great little recovery play there from the Mariners. They lost the draw control, but managed to cause the turnover and take it away from Vietz out there, and then bring it up that right side, and they had the advantage in players on offense, and the Eagles just couldn't quite manage to reset into a shell to try to stop that.
I mean, when you win the draw control, you're thinking, okay, we're going on offense, let's run this way. Then just to lose the ball like that, you got to turn around, and just gave Maine Maritime all the momentum right there to bury it to take the lead again. And ball's up in the air. And Stoddard comes down with it, and as she's running up the field through defenders, and it looks like we will have a yellow card issued to Abigail Booth.
Yeah, and the Eagles will be a woman down here for a few minutes, and we'll see if the Mariners can try to capitalize on it. They're going to have the ball in the hands of their best player out there right off of this foul call, and I wouldn't be surprised if she tries to go straight up the middle and take this one to the net herself.
With 28 goals on the season, Stoddard fakes it, comes around the right side, comes back, gives it over to Labbe.
And a great job by the Eagles to shut that one down and force the Mariners to try to pass it in for the goal.
And a save by Godfrey has the Eagles coming up the field. Here comes Avery Baker. A little bit of a numbers advantage. Gets it up to Witten. Over to Sophia Gomez, who scores to tie the game at 3. Beautiful cross pass from Natalie Witten for Gomez to bury it. And is tied at 3.
Yeah, and we'll watch that one back, Ryan, as the Eagles had a great little pass, give and go play there to get that one onto that back corner.
It was great for Witten to come down the right side, send it. I mean, it was a beautiful cross pass over for Gomez to bury it. And just like that, it is a tie game again.
Yeah, and another assist there from Witten, who's had an excellent season over on that right wing for the Eagles. She's up to 10, which is 7 more than any other player on the team, and she's really been helping the Eagles on offense in that assist category. She has a lot of goals on the season as well with 8, but has also been one of their key contributors in the passing game.
Definitely, and passing probably matters as much as, if not more, than the goals, because you can't score with goals if you don't have the chances, and that's from the people who can make the passes. And draw control won by Maine Maritime. It is number 10, Beth Labbe, with it. Triple teamed. She's still able to finagle herself around, who sends it, and she sends it up to Olivia Harriman. And the shot is wide and will stay with the Mariners. And the pass up front, a little too hard, and it will be taken by Gomez, who gives it up to Baker, who has Witten on her right and Gomez on her left. And she turns, gives it up to Gomez in front of the net. She scores for the first time The Husson Eagles have taken the lead. It is 4-3 with a goal from Sofia Gomez.
Yeah, just another excellent pass out there from the Eagles to try to get that one to that back post. And Gomez again on the receiving end of a great pass from the middle of the field as we take another look at that one.
As we have a timeout on the field, we will take it to. We will be right back. 4-3 Husson over Maine Maritime.
If you want a place where you can be seen as an individual and know what you're doing and have a career to look forward to, this is your place.
Nothing runs like a deer.
Whether you have a lawn to mow, a driveway to plow, or a garden to till, our customers know you can't beat the quality and reliability of a John Deere.
And right now at Greenway Equipment Sales, we have a great offer for you.
Get 0% APR fixed rate financing for 72 months on a John Deere compact utility tractor with a 6-year powertrain warranty.
For more offers, go to greenwayequipment.com.
See the Smith Brothers today at Greenway Equipment Sales, Ellsworth and Bangor.
Fresh off the timeout and a goal from Sofia Gomez. It is 4-3 Eagles, and it will be Baker and Stoddard with the draw control at the center of the field.
Yeah, an excellent back-to-back goals there from the Eagles with some great passing plays. Both of those were a woman down out there because Booth was still on the sideline. For the Eagles to score some goals while playing a player down, some great offense out there from them.
And draw control, still fought for, won by the Mariners. And here comes Magana up the field, who gives it in front of the net to Lily Cook, who buries it to tie it back at 4.
Yeah, and a great pass right up the middle of the field. And right there you saw the Eagles feeling that woman down. They're missing one of their key defenders in the middle of the field. And Cook was kind of wide open right out there, right in front of the goal. And she was able to catch that, turn to her right, and sling that one home.
Definitely a great goal by Cook, who was able to turn and bury it. And just like that is a brand new game, 4-4. It will be Baker and Stoddard again for the draw control with about 5 minutes left in this first quarter. Whistle blown, ball up in the air, and is hit in the direction of the Mariners' goal as Layla Martinez will pick it up. Sends it through traffic in the direction of Avery Baker as Maine Maritime's able to come away with it. Passes up to Labe. Dropped and fought for, one back by Labe, who shoots up the field. Great deflection to get it out of the way by Maddie Benoit. And it will cause Maine Maritime to reset. High pass in front to Cook, who is able to bury it while still in the air. And that will be a 5-4 lead for the Mariners.
Yeah, I don't think Cook ever really had possession of that ball. She just kind of caught it while, like you said, while jumping and just kind of slung that one down low underneath Godfrey's stick. And again, she was wide open right in front of the Eagles' goal. And it was a great little looping pass, but the Eagles can't allow a player to be that open right in front of their goal for this entire game.
Yeah, that is Cook's second goal of this game.
Yeah, and Cook's a player who last year scored 27 goals. This year she's only at 1, but she's only played in 3 games so far. And she's someone that the Eagles are going to have to watch out for out there as well.
And we have a whistle blown. Ball will be awarded over to the Mariners as Labe finds Stoddard, who drops it. And ball picked up by Devin Viets. Baker loses it. And we have a foul. Here comes Avery Baker, who gives it to Martinez. Close defense by Kira Magana, as we have another whistle. Will be a foul on Magana.
Yeah,
Martinez had Gomez coming up the middle, who loses her stick, and that is a chance gone for the Eagles.
Yeah, Martinez had her hand hit on that one up the field, but like you said, the Eagles almost got one quick there off of that foul.
Amber card while coming up the field. A little push from behind by Sofia Gomez, and it looks like we will have a yellow card on Gomez.
Yeah, and the Eagles will be woman down again as that one. She's kind of losing her up the field and just tried to get one last desperation effort out of it. And I think the momentum of both players kind of led to that one a little bit.
And she will sit for 2 minutes for that cross check.
Yeah, that was almost like a men's lacrosse kind of hit out there with the two-handed kind of stick hit on her over there.
Definitely. And here comes Hazel Stoddard in the middle of the field, sends it to the right side for Labe, who gives it back to Stoddard, who cuts back and will score. It looked like it went off the left post. I mean, it took a weird bounce. I couldn't see exactly where it hit.
Yeah, and that was that skill from Stoddard out there. That was a deep shot from her. I was just about to mention the fact that the Eagles haven't really, or the Eagles haven't allowed that many goals or anything from Stoddard so far in this game. And you saw right there why Stoddard can be dangerous. She's fast, and then she can also shoot from distance. And on that one, the Eagles were all over her, and she still managed to just find that left-hand post.
I mean, before that shot, she only had she had 2 ground balls and a turnover. That was her first shot of the game. So the Eagles have done a pretty good job keeping Stoddard quiet, but that only caused Lily Cook to have 2 goals, Olivia Harriman for a goal and assist, as the Maine Maritime Mariners lead the Eagles 6-4. Ball in the stick of Layla Martinez, who's coming up the field, gives it to Baker. Baker fighting off defenders, shimmies her way around and scores. 6-5 off a goal from Avery Baker.
And a great little shot there from Baker, low and right underneath the goalie stick. And right there, back-to-back, the star goal scorers of both teams score just seconds apart out there on the field.
Definitely. Stoddard scored, and Avery Baker said, you know what? I want one. And we have a 1-goal game with 2:20 left in this first quarter. And draw control will be taken by both Stoddard and Baker. Ball's in the air. And won by the Eagles. Martinez sends it up the field over the stick of Baker. And a little fight for the ball will be awarded to the Eagles. over to Devin Viets, who gives it to Avery Baker. Baker. And there's a foul on Maine Maritime. Sadie Veloso. Baker over. Across the field. Taken by Martinez. Martinez centering pass taken away by Stoddard, who's running up the right side of the field. Past two defenders, gives it up to number 20. That was Olivia Alejandro. And the ball finds its way into the stick of Emily Godfrey. Godfrey sending it up the field. And just over. Just over the stick of Maddie Benoit there, and it'll go right back to the Mariners.
Yeah, Godfrey tried to send that one up the line to Romatzik, and then it took a weird bounce off the turf there. She just couldn't quite get it as it just bounced right over top of her.
Great catch there by Olivia Harriman, who will give it to Amber Card, who already has a goal, and looks like we will have a foul looking like. I believe that was Sydney Heth for that, and Card will have a free position attempt. "17 seconds left in this first quarter. Card shoots off the post, rebound by Kira Magana, and she is able to bury it. 11.5 seconds left, and Maine Maritime has taken the 2-goal advantage over the Eagles.
Yeah, and that was a wicked bounce off the top of that crossbar that it just kind of bounced right out to her right in the middle of the field, and she was able to just throw that one right home before the Eagles could recover.
I mean, the ball went off the post and just a majestic flow right into the stick of Kira Magana, and it is 7-5 Mariners.
Yeah, and there'll be only about 11 seconds left, so this draw control theoretically shouldn't mean much unless someone can take it clean and bring it all the way up the field and get a last-second shot off.
And ball is in the air into the stick of Stoddard, and it's being fought for on the ground. And time runs out just before the shot was able to get taken. It is 7-5 Maine Maritime after one quarter over the Husson Eagles.
5 years ago, we started this journey of recycling. And with that same ingenuity, with that same innovation, and with that same entrepreneurship, we're approaching our next 45 years. We have an obligation to figure out how we can consume less, how we can recycle more, how we can create more sustainable products, and how we help our customers enable that.
We owe it to the future generations to continue to do better and recycle better.
Back here at Boucher Field, it is 7-5 Maine Maritime over the Husson Eagles, and we are switching sides. Husson will now be shooting from right to left, and Maine Maritime will be going left to right.
And a great start to this game, Ryan. Last year, the Eagles lost both of their games to Maine Maritime, the first of those being kind of a beatdown by Maine Maritime, 20-3. And the second of those being a little bit closer of a contest, 10-15 in favor of the Mariners. And in this one, the Eagles, with a new team out here, are doing a great job of keeping this very talented Maine Maritime offense in control a little bit.
Definitely many new players coming in, new coach. Amanda DeHaze coming in with assistant Caitlin Doloff. And this draw control won by the Eagles into the stick of Devin Viets, who gives it to Layla Martinez on the left side of the field and is given up to Maddie Benoit. Benoit take it behind the net and around. Tries to give it up front, but that was taken by Ella Bose. And the ball finds its way back into the stick of Layla Martinez.
If she could have caught that one clean, Ryan, she had a wide open net there, as Bose went way out to try to get that ground ball, and Martinez would have had a great shooting opportunity there to take that one, but it was a very hard bouncing ball right around her midsection to try to get control of that one.
Witten on the left side, bringing it behind the net, turning, slice and dice her way to get Aubrey Mitchell off her. And here comes Stoddard up the field, giving it up to Kara Magana, who tries to pass it to Rebecca Karen, who cannot come away with it, and the ball is taken up by the Eagles right into the stick of Beth Labe, who's bringing up the left side of the field close to the sideline. Runs into Abigail Booth, who will pick up the foul.
Yeah, great job by Boyd there on that last one. The Mariners had a 2v1 on offense and the Eagles were able to get that one out of there and try to reset their defense a little bit.
There's Magana over to Labe. Back to Magana up top. Just in front of the red line. The centering pass looked good, but there was a push that sent Olivia Harriman to the ground, and it looks like we are going to have a yellow card to Jory Boyd. And we'll have a free position attempt by number 9, Captain Olivia Harriman. with the stick on her left side. Whistle blown, the side shot scooped up by Emily Godfrey, and she will send it up the field to Avery Baker, who shimmies it away from the defender there and will be running down the sideline, coming in towards the middle. Ball back to Martinez, who goes around, comes inside. And there will be a foul on Sadie Veloso, who will give Layla Martinez the free position attempt and the opportunity to make this a one-goal game. Stick on her right side. She shoots, she scores! Layla Martinez with her second goal of the afternoon to make it 7-6. Maine Maritime.
A great job there by Martinez to capitalize on that shooting chance from the free position and bring the Eagles back within one, as they did a good job on defense over there to get that one out and send it up to the offense and then take it up the field for that shooting chance.
Goal by Martinez to make it a one-goal game. And it will be back to the center of the field for the draw control between Baker and Stoddard.
And Baker's been doing a great job on these draw controls of winning a fair amount of them, or at least not allowing Stoddard to take it cleanly up the field.
Stoddard finds the ground, loses her stick as Baker comes away up the right side with the ball. A little give and go with Layla Martinez. She brings it to the center, gives it into the center for Viets, who cannot bury it, and the ball's taken by Gomez up the left side from behind the net. She's coming and stick on her right side, giving it to Martinez. Martinez slowing it down, cuts again.
Yeah, and Viets took some hard contact there right in front of the goal, and that was one that was borderline one of those ones where you could get a free position attempt out of it.
And Baker coming inside. Looked like she got hit in the face. No call there. And the Mariners will be coming up the field. Here is Amber Card. From the center of the field, it is number 20, Olivia Alejandro, from the pass from number 6, Rebecca Karen. And it just like that is a 2-goal game once again. And as Avery Baker will be coming off the field, number 8, Emma Doiron, will be coming on for her.
Yeah, and that was back-to-back on the Eagles' offensive side. Back-to-back very close calls that did not go the Eagles' way. As you saw Baker come off the field there, kind of clutching her ear a little bit. That was an interesting one where the Eagles lost the possession on that and then the Mariners took it up the field, and still having that woman up advantage, were able to get that 2v1 on the backside against the Eagles.
As it will be Martinez taking this draw control for the Eagles. Whistle blown, balls up. And Martinez finds a stick to her face, and will be yellow card to number 1, Hazel Stoddard, as the Eagles will be a woman up for the first time today.
And we'll see if the Eagles can capitalize on this woman up advantage out there. Obviously, right now they don't have Baker out there, who has been one of their key contributors on offense, but they have some other very talented offensive players who can get it done with that woman up. You see the Mariners moving back into a more defensive formation out there with the woman up being taken from the offense. They're going to drop some players back to try to not allow some goals in there.
And here is Natalie Witten with the ball coming inside to the slot. Pass to Martinez, who shoots and scores. Woman up goal from Layla Martinez. Her third of the game for the hat trick to make it 8-7. Natalie Witten there picking up the assist to cut the Mariners' lead down to 1 with 10:47 left in this first half.
Yeah, great job by Martinez there after getting hit in the head to recover from that, take it up the field, and score it herself on the offensive side of the ball.
And that is Martinez's 9th of the season after a so far 3-goal performance here against the Mariners. 8-7, 10:47 left in the second quarter. Martinez on the draw control. It is won by the Eagles in the stick of. Oh! Goal barely missed by the Eagles right in front of the net.
Yeah, if Romantic had managed to catch that one clean, I think that one would have been home if she more kind of scooped it in towards the goal but couldn't get it.
And the pass from Bose there was tipped, and the Mariners still able to come away with it. A dangerous pass as Gomez was hanging around Bose, but the ball was able to get to her, and the ball is cleared up the field. There's Rebecca Karen. Pass was a little too high, and we have contact in front of the net. That was Olivia Hondro who was sent to the ground on that play. And it will be a free position attempt. Alejandro shoots, and it is wide and will stay with the Mariners. I'm a little flabbergasted, Avery, with the amount of contact.
Yeah, most of these women's games aren't quite as full contact as this one. I mean, there's a lot of history between Maine Maritime and Husson and across all the sports. And I think a little of that is boiling over into this game.
And we have a stoppage. And it will be another foul on the Eagles, this time on Sydney Heth. And Magana goes wide with the shot. Picked up behind the net by Emily Godfrey, who will start the rush for the Eagles.
Yeah, that free position shot was tipped by Benoit out there, as she managed to knock that one away and not give Magana a clear shot at it.
Martinez gets her way around Veloso, and we'll have Gomez who gives it. Coming up from behind the net, a backwards goal. That is Natalie Witten, who ties the game at 8.
Yeah, we'll watch that one back, Ryan, as she did an excellent piece of skill out there to slot that one into the bottom as she kind of looped around the back and sliced that below the keeper's feet. And I haven't seen a whole lot of goals at that skill level, as you see Baker come back out on the field for the Eagles right after they scored 2 goals in her absence. And the Eagles' offense is rolling a little bit right now.
We have a tie game of backwards goal. This is bananas. Martinez and Stoddard at the center of the field, ready for the draw control. 8:32 left in the first half. Ball fought for, and it will be taken by Avery Baker, who has returned to the field. Baker coming in towards the center. Right in the slot. It is a goal by Husson, number 21, Devin Viets, who gives the Eagles the lead 9-8.
Yeah, great pass into the middle of the field there to Viets, who was able to scoop that one clean right out of the air and throw it home before the Mariners defense could even react to what was happening out there.
I mean, men, women's lacrosse, both, if you're able to have the ball clean in the slot with no one around you, 9 times out of 10, you are able to bury it, and that is exactly what Viets did to give the Eagles the lead. And draw control. This time, Layla Martinez was able to jump. And the ball will find its way into the stick of Avery Baker, who gives it back to Martinez. Martinez stops, settles it for a second before giving it over to Baker, who gets it over to the side. Pass to Benoit, just over the head, and Benoit's able to get it. Pass to the center of the field for Baker. She's able to come away with the round. Centering pass to Gomez off target. And taken again by Sofia Gomez. In front of the net to Baker, who misses just wide.
Yeah, great job by Baker there to try to catch that one. She had her back to the goal. She tried to turn to her right and got hit while taking that shot attempt. I wouldn't be surprised if we might see a free position on this one.
That's a foul on. That's a foul on the goalie. So a wide open net for Baker. And into the open goal, we have another goal from Avery Baker. 10-8.
Yeah, and I've never seen that before. The foul was on the goalkeeper, which gave Baker the open net shot out there. And I think hopefully that should be the easiest goal of her career if she has a wide open net out there. The Mariners almost closed it down somehow, but Baker managed to take that one up the middle and just kind of underhand toss it into the goal. She didn't really even try to shoot it.
I mean, I've been around the sport of lacrosse for well over a decade, and I've never seen anything close to that. It's kind of new to all of us here in the press box. And is a 2-goal lead for Husson off the goal from Avery Baker. Her 20th of the season, her rookie season, the 20th goal. And the ball will be awarded to Husson with the 2-goal lead. Here's Martinez going past some defenders, turning on the Jets. And we will have a foul on the Mariners. Ball's given up to Viets. Viets, who cuts into the center, shoots and scores. Devin Viets finds her way into the center, past defenders, and sticks it home to give the Eagles a 3-goal lead.
Yeah, and it has been Eagles, Eagles, Eagles for the last 10 minutes or so. I think that's 5 straight now. I think the stat sheet might be able to tell us here 4 straight out there for the Eagles to give themselves the 3-goal lead all of a sudden. And they've been turning on, and you can see the timeout there from the Mariners to try to stop this offensive pressure from this Eagles group.
That is 5 straight goals, 2 from Viets, 1 from Baker, Witten, and Martina each, and we have a timeout on the field. We will take it to 6:24 left in the second quarter, 11-8, Husson over Maine Maritime. We will be right back. Back from the timeout, it will be Martinez and Stoddard taking the free position attempt after the goal. A very easy goal. From Avery Baker, followed up by a goal in the center from Devin Viets. It is 11-8. Ball is up. And won cleanly by Stoddard, who's bringing it up down 3 goals. Stoddard over to
And something to note that I'm seeing, Ryan, is that the Eagles have a player, currently it's Viets, whose sole job is to just stay right next to Stoddard and be right in her face and not allow her to even get possession of the ball. And I think that's part of what's been working for the Eagles defense with stopping Stoddard.
as Karen finds her way into the slot, chooses not to shoot, brings it back out, and we will have a foul looking like it is on Layla Martinez. As play resumes, Karen. The give and go with number 9, Olivia Harriman, as Karen is able to bury it to make this a 2-goal game. 11-9. 5:25 left in the second quarter.
Yeah, and that's why the give and go works so well, Ryan. They threw it over to the right side. All eyes went over to her, and then the player right in the middle was wide open for that shot. And that was a good little comeback goal for the Mariners to try to slow down that Eagles offensive that has been hitting them this whole start of this second quarter.
.525 left. Martinez and Stoddard in the circle for the free position attempt. Ball is up. Still being fought for in the center over the H. And a ball will be going to the Eagles as Martinez giving it to Avery Baker, who loses the ball. Stoddard picks it up and starts the rush the other way. Here's Rebecca Karen for the Mariners, who sends it over for number 20. That was Olivia Alejandro. Centering pass is wide and will be picked up by Layla Martinez, who's coming up the left sideline. Pass to center field for Sofia Gomez, who sends it up to Avery Baker, who's gunning towards the goal. Pass back to Baker, mishandled. Fight for the ball. Players on the ground is taken away by number 10, Beth Labe. There's Aubrey Mitchell sending up to Rebecca Karen. Karen. Lose the ball to Abigail Booth. And we had a foul on Maine Maritime, which Abigail Booth will give it up.
Yeah, that's Whidden taking up the right side. She found her way past a couple defenders over on that far sideline.
And the pass from Baker to Benoit. Over to Feets, who comes in. Shot is wide. And ball will stay with the Eagles with 3:20 left in the first half. Martinez behind the net for Baker. Turning, shot from the right side, and scores! 12-9, 3:09 left in the second quarter. It is a three-goal game, three-goal lead for the Eagles.
And that gives Baker another hat trick on this season, 21 goals as the freshman. And since her coming off the field, she's scored 2 in pretty quick succession out there and given the Eagles a great opportunity to go into halftime in about 3 minutes or so, leading this game against a Maine Maritime team that handled the Eagles very dominantly last season, and coming into this season were the number 1 ranked team in the NAC.
And make no mistake, Maine Maritime, a very good team, but look out, especially in the future, for these Husson University Eagles, who definitely have a bright future ahead of them, as Hazel Stoddard is coming up the field, gets fouled, comes right through the defense, and answers right back. Hazel Stoddard takes it straight from the draw control, runs up the field through everybody to bury it for the 10th goal for the Mariners. 12-10, 2:51 left.
Yeah, and that's her 30th on the season, and she's another player who is a young, talented player. We just talked about that this is an Eagles team to watch out for the future, and this is a Mariners team to watch out for the future. They have 10 freshmen and sophomores out there. You saw Stoddard is one of the most talented young players in this NAC conference. And for the Eagles, they have some very talented freshmen and sophomores out there as well, who I think these two groups are going to be battling for several years to come.
3:02 left in the second quarter. Draw control won by Hazel Stoddard. Stoddard, 2-card, gets it knocked away. That was Jory Boyd, who put her body into it, gets the foul, and we will have a free position attempt for the Mariners. Number 14, Amber Card, who brings it right in, and a little confusion. I saw a sign for a goal and also for a cross check. It's just a matter of which came first. As the referees will talk it over, it looked like it was very close as the push came as the shot was being taken. And we will have a goal.
Yeah, and you can't allow Stoddard to win those draw controls that cleanly and just take it up the field. She's too fast and too strong out there for the Eagles to not be in a defensive formation with players back in order to kind of contain her on offense. that she didn't score that one, but she set it up by making that run right up the middle. It drew defenders out and allowed Card to get wide open on that backside and throw that one home.
And even with the push, he was able to bury it. And with the foul, Maine Maritime will have the ball.
Yeah, that one was just because that foul was taken right on the shot, and it was kind of a bang-bang play, and they gave them the draw control just automatically after the shot because there's really no way to rule out that foul. You can't give them another free position right after they scored.
And that was a turnover from Devin Viets taken by the Mariners. Number 14, Amber Card coming up. Giving it up front. Stoddard will miss the goal. Ball will roll out of bounds and will stay with the Mariners.
And some excellent passing out there on by the Mariners on that play up the field. There was a couple long passes, a couple kind of side sling passes that they just caught cleanly out of the air and took it right up the field to get that shooting chance.
Ball's going exactly where they need them, and that is explaining the mini comeback here by the Mariners, making it only a one-goal game after Husson had the 3-goal lead. Godfrey in a little trouble behind the net. And there will be a foul on Amber Card.
Yeah, and you never want your goalie out way behind your net with the ball in their stick. If they can be in their crease, they're safe from getting it knocked away, but that stick's too big and too slow to kind of wing it forward fast enough.
Harriman picked off the pass from Godfrey. And another foul on the Eagles. And we will have a free position attempt for number 9, Olivia Harriman. With the stick on her left side. She takes the shot and rips it high on the stick side. Not much Godfrey could do there. That was a good shot, and we have a tie game.
Yeah, and what a little comeback there from the Mariners. They were down 3 with 3 minutes left, and now it's a tie ball game after only about a minute 40 or so on the clock. And it's come off the back of several straight free position attempts from the Mariners with fouls right in front of the net. And the other thing is they've been winning these draw control attempts very clearly.
Now with 1:17 left in this half, if you're Maine Maritime, you just want to get the ball, keep doing what you're doing. If you're Husson, you kind of want to settle it down a little bit, stop the momentum that Maine Maritime has created, as Martinez and Stoddard will have the free draw control attempt. And Stoddard will come away with it, driving up the field. And we have a foul on somebody. And we have Stoddard with a free position attempt with 1:05 left in the game, in the first half. Saved by Godfrey. Rebound taken by Stoddard, who will give it to Harriman, who finds Magana, who will find Labe with 42 seconds left in the first half. Here's Magana, back to Labe. Back to Magana, playing a little back and forth there. Centering pass to number 14, Amber Card. Shot is wide with 22 seconds left in the half. And it is a goal.
That was by Harriman out there, who went over the top of the Eagles on that one. And I think that one is one that could have gone called as a dangerous shot, as there was an Eagles defender right in her face. And, of course, in women's lacrosse, you're not allowed to take those shots with a player who is playing perfect defense, kind of like a charge in basketball that if you can get yourself into the correct positioning, you can block that shot attempt no matter how good of a chance it is for the offensive player.
And with that, it is a 1-goal lead for Maine Maritime with 13.8 seconds left on the clock. And draw control this time will be won by the Eagles. 6 seconds left. Martinez running up the field. Cuts to the middle. With no time left on the clock, the last chance of the half is no good as Maine Maritime will go into the half with a 13-12 lead.
Yeah, and the Mariners just flipped that momentum right on its head. The Eagles had scored 4 straight and then just gave up 4 straight right back to the Mariners, who now take the 1-goal lead into the second half, and they're going to have the momentum going into that half after about 10 minutes here during that halftime. But it's been a great back-and-forth game already, 13-12 at halftime, 25 goals we've seen already, Ryan, and it's just been a very entertaining game so far.
Definitely a very good back and forth between Maine Maritime and Husson. We will step aside for the half. We will see you in 10 minutes. Maine Maritime 13, Husson 12. Back from the half, it is 13-12 Maine Maritime. I'm Ryan Barnes with Avery Henningsen. And we'll have Hazel Stoddard and Sophia Gomez taking the draw control.
Yeah, and we've seen quite a few different players out there for the Eagles for that draw control. I believe Baker, Martinez, and Gomez now have all taken a shot at it. Stoddard started dominating out there for a little bit at the end of the half, which led to that goal run by the Mariners.
And Magana comes away with this one. It will be draw control win by Maine Maritime. Here comes Beth Labe through the center and loses the ball. Picked up by number 14, Amber Card, who settles it down. Gives it to Kira Magana. Magana back to Labe, back to Magana. Magana finds Card on her right, who finds Harriman towards the corner of the field, twisting and turning. And it is a foul on the Eagles as we have a free position attempt. For Kira Magana. Shoots. Saved by Emily Godfrey.
Yeah, and something I brought up in that first half that I'd like to touch on again is the way that the Eagles are playing defense against Stoddard. You can see Viets out there right in the middle of the field, about midway up on your screen right now, just sticking to Stoddard wherever she goes, following her step for step, not really allowing her to get the ball. And it's the Eagles usually play more of like a zone defense out there, but they're choosing to have this one man-v-man assignment out there on the field. And you can see Stoddard trying to lose Viets a little bit on offense, but Viets is sticking right with her and not allowing her to get any balls into her. It's something that we did a lot. I used to play soccer for years, and it's something we used to do a lot too, that you'd have the best, one of your better defenders cover the best offensive player for the other team and just not even allow them to touch the ball as much as possible.
And the pass up to Labe, who gives it up top to Magana, who shoots it over to Harriman, whose shot is saved. Ball sent out to the corner, came away by the Eagles. Pass up to Martinez, right off her stick, and it will fall right back into the stick of Kira Magana. We tried just to send it into the center in front of the goal. And now the ball has been came away with by Layla Martinez. And it will be a green card on number 11, Kira Magana.
Yeah, now we'll give the Eagles that woman-up advantage and allow them to potentially try to bring the ball up the field, as they're going to almost lose it there right in the middle, as it's a hard contact between Heth and Harriman out there.
Ball placed into the stick of Olivia Harriman. And play finally resumed. Ball shot to Beth Labe. Labe over to Harriman. back to Labe. As we have a foul, and the ball will head into Eagles possession. And the pass to Baker is complete as they are able to clear the ball. Here comes Baker through a few defenders. Ball picked up by Gomez, who passes it to Layla Martinez, and we are even. Magana coming back onto the field, rushing to aid her defense. Ball dropped by Baker. Picked up by Sadie Veloso, and the ball will head back to the Mariners.
And the Eagles are going to try to make sure the Mariners can't get this ball out of their own defensive side, as they've done a really great job of doing this whole game. The Eagles haven't stopped a whole lot of clearance attempts out there.
Maine Maritime definitely coming out of the half playing much faster than they were in the first half, dominating ball possession. As we have an offensive foul on the Mariners, taken by Abigail Booth. Sydney Heth can't complete the pass, and the ball is taken by Olivia Alejandro. Alejandro giving it to Amber Card, who finds Magana up top. And Stoddard coming.
Yeah, and that's that 1v1 matchup I was talking about. You can see Stoddard's doing everything in her power to either try to lose Beats or try to wear her down and get her off of her, but Beats has been doing a poor job out there to just stick to Stoddard and not allow her to even have breathing room out there.
We saw her for a good, maybe a minute, just right on the yellow line on the left side of the field, and was able to keep Beats was able to keep Stoddard completely out of the picture as the free position attempt shot from Beth Labe goes into the net. It is 14-12 Maine Maritime with 9:01 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, and the Mariners have been doing a great job of getting those goals even without Stoddard. Stoddard obviously still has 2 in the game, but she's really only had those 2 shooting attempts out there. And the Eagles have done a great job of just kind of removing her from the field of play almost. Obviously, she's not totally removed, but for a player who averages 5.5 goals a game, she hasn't exactly made that same sort of impact against this Eagles squad that last year she scored 10 goals in that first game, that 20-3 matchup. And it's one that the Eagles definitely came into this one with a game plan that they're following. It's not always working on the backside, as there's sometimes a player wide open out there as the Eagles defense tries to adjust to that. But it's definitely working with slowing Stoddard down on offense.
And the draw control, ball in the air, is won by Stoddard, who is off to the races, is met in the middle of the field by Abigail Booth. It's confusion. There was a whistle, and then Stoddard took the ball in.
Yeah, and so on that one, Booth actually got called for the yellow card by the referee, which is their second of the game, which kind of stopped that play in its tracks. I think Stoddard would have liked that one to just continue going forward. She had room in front of her. Usually in lacrosse, or in women's lacrosse, it's just kind of like a free continuing play that they can just kind of keep going. It's not a stoppage in play and kind of like more in like a soccer way. You would stop play, let the teams reset, but in women's lacrosse, you can just kind of keep going with it. And on that one, they stopped it for the card to get Booth off of the field.
So instead of a goal, Stoddard starting the ball way back in the second yellow line. And the ball finds Stoddard again, who loses Viets for a second and gets fouled. And here's a free position attempt by Stoddard for a chance to put the Mariners up 3. And she finds the top left corner of the net. The 6th straight goal going back to with 3:02 left in the second quarter. 6 straight goals for the Mariners as they take the 15-12 lead. And now if you're Husson, you're up 12-9. Now it's 15-12. Avery, what do you work on to try to get yourselves back in the game?
Well, it just got flipped on its head. That defense kind of lost its mojo out there. They've been slowing Stoddard down. Stoddard got the free position attempt there, which is against the defense, but it's not really, they didn't do anything defensively wrong on the goal there. But it's more their offense just can't seem to get possession of the ball, and they can't seem to be winning these draw control attempts. The Eagles have not had a whole lot of offensive possession in this second half so far. You see again, the Mariners come away with it.
And draw control came away with by Magana, who will give it to Beth Labe. Magana giving it to Stoddard up top. Little pick set by Labe. A shot and save. Stoddard denied, but that is number 14, Amber Card, there to put the ball in to give the Maine Maritime Mariners a 16-12 lead here about halfway through this third quarter.
The Eagles are also struggling with being a woman down. With that being Booth's second yellow card, she cannot re-enter the field of play after a goal like normal. And it's the Eagles are playing without one of their key defenders out there, and they're struggling to stop that offense. I saw in that one, they had to pull out of that man-to-man defense on Stoddard, and that allowed her to get open a little bit, take that shot. Then the Mariners won the rebound and were able to take another one just seconds later and slot that one home.
With that, we have a timeout on the field. We will take it to 16-12, Maine Maritime over Husson.
Husson makes it a priority of theirs to make sure each of their students are well-rounded and that we're prepared to go into the future.
I mean, it's very rare to have a college that can emphasize the professor-student interaction, and Husson hits it right on the head.
Instead of just, sitting in the classroom, it's a great way to get hands-on experience. I'm actually out here doing things and seeing how things work.
After being here and meeting the people, I decided this is where I wanted to be, that there was no better option for me.
Back from the timeout, Maine Maritime leading Husson 16-12.
Yeah, and one of the key parts that just happened in that third quarter was the fact that Booth got that second yellow card, which causes her to be ejected from this game. And the Eagles on the field will play a woman down for the rest of the game. Statistically, they won't technically be a woman down after about 5 minutes after that foul, but the Eagles will be without one of their key defenders for the rest of this game in terms of matchups out on the field, which is a very important call out there because it will cause the Eagles to struggle, I would imagine, on the back end defensively, not be able to cover Stoddard 1v1. You can see her, she's wide open right in the middle of the field right now. That's not where you want her to be as she gets the ball with no one in front of her.
Definitely a game-changing ejection as the shot is wide and will stay with the Mariners. The pass to Stoddard in the middle of the field is wide. Ball rolls out for Gomez to come away with it. And it's Witten racing it to the corner, is able to pick it up. And Witten gives the ball to Benoit, and a whistle is blown for a free position attempt for Maddie Benoit to cut the lead down to 3. Benoit loses the ball. Ball's in the air. Players on the ground. And a free position attempt this time looks like Avery Baker. Baker shoots and scores. Avery Baker off the free position attempt. Gets the ball past the goalie to make it a 3-goal game again with 6:16 left in this third quarter.
Yeah, that's big for the Eagles. It allows them to get back into this. They lost all that momentum they had, gave up 7 straight, and a goal right there to get them back within 3, like you said, which we saw in that end of that second half is a very surmountable lead that the Mariners scored 3 goals in about a minute and a half, and for the Eagles, that's a great position to be in.
As is Baker and Stoddard in the center for the draw control.
And back to that foul, I believe we called the rule change a little bit different there, that the Eagles will now have an even player grouping out there in terms of players out on the field, which is big for them that they won't be playing a player down for the rest of it. They'll be missing one of their key defenders, but they won't be having 2v1 matchups out on the field somewhere.
And ball's lost by Martinez, picked up by the defender Aubrey Mitchell, who loses the ball. Here comes Devin Feets coming up the sideline. Gets it up to Natalie Witten, who gives it to Baker. Baker coming in. The pass to Witten. It was high but caught. Witten steps back and slows it down. Witten given to Benoit, who gives it to Martinez. Martinez just outside the red circle. Cuts to her right. Had Gomez right in front of the net. A foul is called and a free position attempt from Sofia Gomez. Another opportunity to cut the lead, this time down to 2. Gomez off the free position, shoots! And is saved. Shoots out to the right of the goal. And ball's turned over here it comes. Beth Labe. Who shoots and scores.
Yeah, that was a great goal there by Labe to take that one to her right side and shoot it kind of sidearm right past Godfrey. And I think that's one of the most impressive things about this Mariners offense is their passing in the open field. I hardly ever see them miss one of those open passes that even you see a lot that those passes get slung around a little bit and then one goes a little bit too hard and gets dropped and all of a sudden it stops that whole offensive group. And on that one, the Mariners just slung it all around the offense and took that one home.
We have a little commotion in the press box. I don't know if you can see it from behind, but there is a very large dog walking behind the bleachers as we go back to the game action draw control. Baker versus Stoddard.
Yeah, I really hope he doesn't come down on the field and try to grab that ball because I think players might go running if that were to happen.
That thing is giant. It is a goal from Amber Card to make it 18-13 Maine Maritime, and they're starting to run away with this.
Yeah, that offense has started to get rolling. Missing Booth out there, who's one of their key central defenders, is hurting the Eagles. They haven't been able to adjust to having a different group out there. I think Viets had to drop back into that position, and they can't seem to really recover from missing her in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I think that dog's bigger than me. But anyway, back to the game. This is bananas. 18-13, 4:27 left in the third quarter. As the draw control fought for and won by Stoddard and the Mariners. She brings it up, passes it. And that is Beth Labe behind the net. And the pass to the right of the goal back to Beth Labe.
Yeah, and the Mariners are at that point in the game. They're up 5. We'll be in the fourth quarter in about 3 minutes. That they're not going to try to force anything at this point, Ryan. They're just going to kind of work it around, get their shot opportunities like that one.
And the goal was scored. And it is now 19-13.
That was another goal from Labe from that kind of side position. You can tell that she really likes to shoot those ones from kind of her hip, and they're really hard to see as a goalkeeper out there. That it's coming in from a shot. You see a lot of shots that are kind of overhead. A lot of hers are kind of coming in across the goal and are very difficult to save as a goalkeeper.
6th goal for the Mariners in this third quarter. Only one from Husson. With it being a 6-goal game. Draw control. Ball shoots towards the Eagles' offensive side. Ball keeps rolling. And it is eventually picked up by Olivia Harriman. Labe runs up the field, sends 2 players to their feet. And shot is wide and will stay with the Mariners. 2:40 left in this third quarter. And the shot from Karen is wide. And again, possession stays with the Mariners. The pass from behind the net is brought out. Shot is wide from Labe. And again, possession stays with the Mariners, who have done a great job maintaining possession while getting great shooting opportunities.
Yeah, and you got to feel for Godfrey in this one. She's faced 44 shots already before the fourth quarter has yet to even begin. And the Mariners have just been kind of taking shots at will against this Eagles defense ever since Booth came out. And they've been dominant on offense and on defense so far.
And the clear attempt pass to Layla Martinez, no good, goes over her head and will stay with the Mariners. Here's Amber Carge coming in, loses the ball, and it is picked up. Picked up by Heth, and here comes Natalie Witten. Being defended by Haley Fardon. Witten cuts to her right. Centering pass is no good, and here comes Hazel Stoddard, who gives it to Amber Card. The ball rolls out to number 9, Olivia Harriman. Being closely defended. And the shot, no shot. As the ball rolls out of bounds, the ball will be awarded to the Eagles with 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Godfrey from behind the net, being closely defended by Rebecca Karen. And we have a yellow card on Olivia Harriman. Oh. Give the Eagles a woman up chance to close out this third quarter and begin the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and if they can try to capitalize on this woman up, they're down 6, which is surmountable, but they're going to have to turn on the offensive jets now and do it soon. And I think if they could get a goal right at the end of this third quarter, that would be a big momentum boost into that fourth quarter of play.
Now, Lacrosse is a game of runs. 6 goals is you can easily come back from that. Shot from Natalie Witten is wide. Stay in possession of the Eagles as time runs out in the third quarter. We will be going into the fourth quarter. 19-13 lead for Maine Maritime over Husson. We're starting the fourth quarter. Maine Maritime leading Husson 19-13. A minute 38 left in the penalty.
Yeah, the Eagles are going to want to try to capitalize over that minute 30 left on that penalty play and try to get those goals while they're warming up. Winning a draw control here could be a big play in that, but the soccer skills of Magna just came through right there.
A foul on Layla Martinez. And Labe will turn it over, giving the ball to Husson, who's got about a minute, just over a minute left to do something with their women up opportunity. And we have a timeout on the field by Husson. And we will take it to 19-13, Maine Maritime leading Husson.
If you want a place where you can be seen as an individual and know what you're doing and have a career to look forward to, this is your place.
Back from the timeout. And the ball will find the stick of Avery Baker, who's running up the field. And that's Vietz, who give it to Baker. Maddie Benoit, who shoots. The ball rolls in the net. What we thought was a save, the ball rolls into the net.
Yeah, we'll see if you can see it in the replay here, but Benoit took that shot. It took a favorable bounce off of the goalkeeper's stick and just kind of rolled right past her over the line. And a great way for Benoit to get into this game. She's had a slow start to this one with no goals so far, one of the Eagles' leading goal scorers. But that's a great one to get the Eagles back on track a little bit. Down 5, all of the fourth quarter to play most of the way. The Eagles are still in this game.
You gain a little momentum from that. The ball shot and rolls in, bamboozling the goalie, Ella Bowes. As we now have a 5-goal game here. The ball right back into Eagles possession. As Vietz will get it to Layla Martinez. And Gomez with it. Comes outside. Giving it back to Witten. Natalie Witten coming in. Shooting. And it is wide and will stay with the Eagles.
I think it should be mentioned also, Ryan, I don't know if we touched on this, but Vietz had to change her number during that timeout a few minutes ago from 21 to 20, which is obviously very similar, but for those who are watching, Vietz is still out there, but just as 20 now.
And the ball is turned over A little contact from Natalie Witten. And here comes Aubrey Mitchell up the sideline. Who gets fouled, and the ball will continue to be in possession of the Mariners as it rolls back into the corner. Sadie Veloso gets it swatted away. And here comes Witten, who gives it to Baker, shoots high and scores right over the head of Bowes. And just like that, it is a 4-goal game, 19-15.
What a great shot there by Baker to take that one across the front of the goal and slot that one right into the upper little corner of the net. A great one by her to just give the Eagles that 4-goal deficit now as they're on a little bit of a roll all of a sudden.
With 12 minutes left, it is a 4-goal game. Definitely time for a comeback. As draw control in the center of the field, it will be Hazel Stoddard and Avery Baker. And the jump ball, it seemed like, won by Stoddard, who brings it into the offensive zone. Gets fouled. And a foul on number 24, Jory Boyd, as Hazel Stoddard will have a free position attempt. As she runs in, the low shot, and it is a goal to make it back to a 5-goal game, 20-15. Hazel Stoddard with the goal off the free position attempt while going to her feet.
Yeah, she put her body on the line for that one and kind of dove it in as she went right underneath the Husson defense that was closing in around her and took that one low, both with herself and with the ball.
If you can't go around, go under. Ball went in the net the same way it would as if she was on her feet. And just like that, a 5-goal game, 11:45 left in this game. And with that foul, the Mariners will have possession just after the goal. And the ball's passed up to Card. Lose it, and a little fight for the ground ball. And it is won by the Eagles. And Viets will send it up to Natalie Witten, who comes up the right side. He's got Avery Baker in the center. Sophia Gomez right in front of the net. And right in the center, going to the outside, cutting back inside. That is Maddie Benoit, who comes inside, loses the ball, and we have a foul and a free position attempt for Maddie Benoit to answer right back to make this a 4-goal game once again.
Yeah, and the Eagles need this one to stay in the range of winning, potentially coming back and winning this game.
And Benoit shoots and scores the lower left-hand side of the goal. 20-16, Maddie Benoit scoring off the free position attempt. And it is a back to a 4-goal game. With 10:51, 4 goals, 4-goal deficit, very easy to come back from, especially with Lacrosse being a game of runs. We saw Husson have a run of 5 straight goals. Maine Maritime with 7. This is definitely not out of reach yet.
No, the Eagles with 10:51 still have plenty of time. They can't allow the Mariners obviously to score that many more. I think maybe one wouldn't be quite as deadly, but if you allowed 2 or 3 more goals, that puts you out of this game. But you need to start winning some of these plays where you get the ball and you're on offense right away.
Definitely cannot score goals without possession, and the ball is sent into the Eagles' offensive zone by Devin Feets, picked up by Natalie Witten, who brings it around the net. A little wraparound action. Up to Benoit, who come in, loses some of the defenders. Ball is shot and away. And the ball will stay with the Eagles. There's Witten. Over to Martinez. Martinez cutting in, loses the ball, picks it back up, comes in, shoots, scores! Layla Martinez, shell-shocking Ella Bose to make it a 3-goal game with 10:01 left. 2017 Maine Maritime.
A great job by Martinez on that one to take it inside. She lost the first possession of it, scooped it back up, deked it over that right side, and just slotted it into that bottom left corner. Eagles down 3 all of a sudden, Ryan.
2017, 10 minutes left. Layla Martinez's 4th goal of the afternoon. As Baker and Stoddard will fight for the draw control. Ball's up. Still being fought for. And it will be, no, it was Stoddard coming away with it, who loses it, draws the foul, and the ball will stay with the Mariners in the stick of Hazel Stoddard, who is triple teamed by Vits Martinez and Emma Doiron. And that is Beth Labe, who gives it to Magana. Back to Labe. Getting a little back and forth action.
Yeah, the Mariners are trying to run this clock down. They have 90 seconds to take the shot, and I think they would prefer to use all of it or prefer to get the goals out there.
The pass in the middle of the slot to Olivia Harriman gets the Mariners up 4 once again, 21-17.
Yeah, and that was a great little goal there from the Mariners. They kind of lulled the Eagles' defense to sleep a little bit just with that back and forth passing, and then found Harriman right in the middle of the field there to get that goal and put them back up 4, which, like we said, if the Eagles allow one more, that's okay, but you can't start allowing more than that one at this point.
Especially with lacrosse being a game of runs. 4 goals, not ideal, obviously. You don't want to be losing at any point, but definitely doable. But once it gets to the 5, 6, 7-ish part, that's where you got to start hurrying up and making sure you win the draw controls and start running as fast as you can into the goal. As a little contact was made, the possession will be with the Mariners. And Ricard giving it to Kira Magana. Magana just standing there killing time, who gives it to Beth Labe. And Magana over to Labe. And the bouncing shot from Labe is saved. Possession staying with the Mariners. Here's Harriman on the right side of the net, her left. Ball taken by Olivia Alejandro, who centers herself. Stick save by Emily Godfrey. And if you want to come back, that's exactly how you want to start it. And the ball is lost by Doron, and the ball will go right back to the Mariners. It is number 9, Olivia Harriman, coming in the center of the field, settling down. Ordalabe and Maine Maritime coach Jeremy Peace shouting, "Settle the ball."
Well, that clearance by the Eagles, the clearance attempt by the Eagles and turnover allowed that shot clock to reset. So the Mariners get a whole nother set of 90 seconds to play with out there. And it looks like they're perfectly content with just sending it all the way back around, send it between Labe and Magna, two of their best pass catchers out there who aren't going to drop the ball or have the least likelihood of dropping the ball out there, and just run that clock down. And for this Eagles offense, this has to be brutal, just standing there and watching, waiting for your defense to try to take the ball away and give you a chance to tie this game back up.
If you're a Maine Maritime fan, that's exactly what you want to see. Time being killed. Great defensive getaway by the Eagles. And the ball is sent up to Avery Baker. Labe on her. Baker get past Labe. Loses the ball. Picked up by Sofia Gomez, who gives it to Layla Martinez, who will drop the pass and recover. Ball up to Maddie Benoit. Pass inside, missed. Ball rolling around, and it will stay with the Eagles. And Avery Baker right in the middle, coming in, turning. And ball is taken by Aubrey Mitchell. And here comes Hazel Stoddard. And she shoots on the left side to make it 22-17 with 5 minutes left.
Yeah, and it's almost been inevitable with Stoddard. We talked about the Eagles had slowed her down over the first 3 quarters of play. Now it's 3, I believe, in this fourth quarter. Maybe one of those was late third quarter. But Stoddard right back up to that goal average that she seems to get to every game. You can score 5 goals a game for a season. You're going to be having a pretty good career for that school.
Stoddard with her 5th goal. Baker also with 5. And as we talked about earlier in the broadcast, it's going to be between Baker and Stoddard. And right now, even with the same amount of goals, Stoddard and the Mariners have the upper hand in this one.
Yeah, and this shows you how strong this Mariners offense is. The Eagles offense scored 17 goals. You're not going to lose a whole lot of games when you score 17. But the Mariners have just managed to continue this offensive pressure out there, continue sending goals into the back of the net. If you can score 22, you're also not going to lose a whole lot of games.
With 50 shots, 22, and that's almost half the shots going into the net.
Yeah, and this season so far, Godfrey had only faced 130 shots over 5 games.
That's pretty much a third, just over a third? I can't do math right now, but quite a bit of shots faced by Godfrey as we have a foul looking like on.
It'd probably be about 3/8 of the shots on her season so far have come just in this game alone.
Thank you, Avery. I was not doing that in my head.
And a lot of these players, I have no idea if that was correct or not. I just kind of wung it. But a lot of these players for the Mariners have just been taking shots and shots, and eventually they're just going to start going in. They've had so many of these free position attempts, and Godfrey's done a great job of saving a lot of them, but also it's only so much you can do when you have a shot coming at you from right in front of you over and over again.
Here's another free position attempt, this time by Amber Card, who will pass it to Magana, who shoots, saved by Godfrey. And the Eagles will start the clearance. Doiron over to Baker, who mishandles the pass but picks it up. Clear attempt is good. Baker runs in, turns, gives it to Benoit, who will run inside the slot, shoots, scores with contact.
Through contact, caller Shaquille O'Neal, as she took that one through multiple players and knocked it home. What a play by Benoit to get that goal for the Eagles.
That's almost like the lacrosse equivalent of a poster. And we have a 4-goal game again, 3:32 left. And with the foul, Husson will maintain possession to possibly make it a 3-point game.
Yeah, and they're still in this. It's kind of wild to say that considering Maine Maritime has put up 22 goals, but it shows how good this Eagles team is.
And the ball is taken in the corner. Now, ball behind the net. Here is Maddie Benoit, who takes it in and gets fouled. We're going to have a free position attempt for Maddie Benoit. It's going to be a little tough angle. She's going to want to come around to the front of the goal.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see a pass to Martinez or Baker on this one.
And she goes around. Shot is wide.
And I think she got fouled on that shot attempt, and she'll get a second attempt at it potentially here.
A second free position attempt possible for the Eagles.
And she'll have a great angle at this one. I know Benoit likes going to that left side of the goal with these shots.
And the shot blocked high, and possession still will remain with the Eagles. Layla Martinez on the left of the goal comes in, ball on the right side, and we will have a foul. And here's Layla Martinez with 2:48 left to make it a 3-goal game. Martinez hesitates, loses the ball. And a yellow card to number 15, Aubrey Mitchell. And the Eagles will be a woman up in their offensive zone. Free position attempt here by Layla Martinez.
And they need to slot one of these homes. This is 4 straight now for the Eagles from this offensive stripe, and they haven't managed to get any of them.
You can have all the chances you want, but they mean nothing without a goal. Ball lost by Martinez. And another stoppage. Another free position attempt for the Eagles. Another one for Layla Martinez. One of these is bound to go in.
I believe she's gotten 3 or 4 straight attempts at this shot. All 3 have been blocked away by Stoddard there in the middle, who has a great burst off the line to try to get it.
And there it is. Layla Martinez buries the free position attempt past Ella Bows.
5th time's the charm, I guess, on that one, Ryan, as the Eagles finally get the goal and bring it back within 3 with 2:36 left. It's going to be hard to come back in this one, but they still have a chance at it, and either way, they've showed a great showing against arguably the best team in the North Atlantic Conference.
And especially if you look back on how the team was last year, not playing with the full team. Now you have a full team in your every game. You're coming within 5-ish goals. And you can play with just about anyone you're facing. Definitely.
You have a full team, and you also have two amazing additions out there in Martinez and Baker, who have combined for 10 goals in just this matchup alone. And it's been what a game from the Eagles freshmen in this one.
5 goals each from Baker and Martinez, as here comes Magana coming up the field.
15 of the goals from the Eagles coming from their freshmen and sophomores. And the Eagles are going to have to put some defensive pressure on them here. You can't let the Mariners just run this clock out.
Stick check from behind. That was Matty Benoit knocking the ball away. Ball's loose. Picked up by Hazel Stoddard. And Eagles come away with possession. A minute 40 left in this game. Maine Maritime with the ball. Stoddard gets fouled. A minute 27 left in this game. And with the 3-goal advantage, they can just, they're in full control right now. They can just sit around and let time expire.
Yeah, I believe there's more time on the shot clock than there's time left in this game. And they might try to go in for goal, but I think also they can just pass this one around. And that might be the smart move to do, to just secure that victory at this point. And for the Eagles, I think they don't have a chance to come back in this one, but they could try to get one more goal in this last 50 seconds.
45 seconds left. And the ball in the stick of Magana, who gives it over to Olivia Harriman with 35 seconds left. And it's looking like the Mariners are just going to keep the ball and kill some time. A turnover with just under 20 seconds left. 10 seconds left in the game. And the ball will find its way into the stick of a Mariner as time expires. Maine Maritime picking up the 22-19 win over the Husson University Eagles. But if you're a Husson fan, this is nothing to be disappointed about.
Yeah, you just lost by 3 after a thriller here today to the best team in the North Atlantic Conference for women's lacrosse. 22-19, you put up 19 goals and you still lost the game. That's like putting up 45 in a football game and then losing 45-50. It's a great game from the Eagles, but just falling short of this dominant play from the Mariners, and they showed why they are that best team in the league, with just an onslaught of shots and goals out there by them.
And if we're looking at the leaders for goal leaders, Maine Maritime, Hazel started with 4, Hazel started with 5, Amber Card with 4, Olivia Harriman and Beth Labe both with 3. On the Eagles side, Avery Baker, Layla Martinez both with 5, Maddie Benoit with 3, Sophia Gomez with 2, Natalie Witten with 4 assists for the Eagles, Olivia Harriman with 4. Total points, Olivia Harriman leads the way with 7, with Avery Baker, Natalie Witten, and Maine Maritime's Kira Magana all with 6. Shots on goal, Avery Baker with 10, converting on 5 of them. Hazel started with 11 ground balls and 14 saves on a lot of shots from the Maine Maritime Mariners, as the Mariners come away with this 3-goal victory from Boucher Field. I'm Ryan Barnes. He's been Avery Henningsen. So long from Boucher.